You wake up tired. You go through the day tired. You rest, and somehow you still feel tired. It doesn't matter how much you sleep, how little you do, or how hard you try to feel better. There's a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix, the kind that comes from inside your mind. So today, let's break down the real reasons why you're always tired, even when you're doing everything right. And more importantly, why this has become so common in our generation, maybe more than any generation before us. Before we begin, no, you're not lazy. No, you're not broken. No, something is not wrong with you. You're tired because your life is heavy. Your mind is overwhelmed. Your heart is carrying too much. And your nervous system is exhausted. This video will explain the psychology and everyday habits that drain your energy without you noticing. Let's start. Mental exhaustion versus physical exhaustion. Most people mistake tiredness for a lack of sleep. But there are two kinds of exhaustion. Physical exhaustion. Your body is tired. Your rest gives you recover. Mental exhaustion. Your mind is tired. You rest gives, but your thoughts don't stop. You wake up just as tired as the night before. Mental exhaustion creates low motivation, emotional numbness, chronic fatigue, brain fog, irritability, trouble focusing. This kind of tiredness comes from invisible pressure, not physical effort. And most people don't treat their mind with the same care as their body. Your brain is always on. We live in a time where your mind never turns off. You're constantly thinking, analyzing, scrolling, comparing, worrying, remembering, predicting, replaying, planning. Your brain rarely gets silence. Even when you're alone, you're not resting. You're mentally multitasking. This is called cognitive overload, and it drains energy the same way. Running a marathon drains your muscles. Your brain burns more calories worrying than your body does walking. Every single day, overthinking drains your energy. Overthinking is one of the biggest sources of mental fatigue. It causes fear loops, emotional stress, decision paralysis, racing thoughts, replayed conversations, imagined problems, guilt, regret. Your brain treats overthinking as work, hard work. Thinking about a problem activates the same part of the brain used when you're actually solving the problem. So your brain burns energy without producing results. That's why you feel tired after doing nothing. In reality, your mind has been sprinting all day. Emotional labor. Being an adult means doing emotional work that children never had to do. Managing your reactions, hiding your real feelings, pretending you're okay, dealing with people who drain you, helping others with their problems, regulating your anxiety, fixing conflicts, staying collected under stress. This is called emotional labor, and it's exhausting. Some of you are tired because you're carrying everyone's emotions while ignoring your own. Some of you are tired because you've been strong for too long. Too many micro-stressors. You may not face huge problems every day, but you face hundreds of tiny stressors, such as unread messages, notifications, social pressure, expectations, insecurity, comparison, news, deadlines, interruptions, noise, clutter. These small stressors don't disappear. They stack. Psychologists call this the stress pile-up. One thing doesn't drain you. It's everything combined. You're not tired from one big event. You're tired from 1,000 small ones that never stop. Dopamine problems. Modern life destroys your dopamine balance. Dopamine is your motivation, excitement, reward, focus, energy. But constant stimulation from TikTok, scrolling, Instagram, notifications, short dopamine hits, makes your brain numb. When dopamine drops, you feel tired. You feel numb. You can't concentrate. Nothing feels rewarding. This is called dopamine fatigue. Your brain isn't bored. It's overstimulated. You're tired because you're carrying unprocessed emotions. There is a kind of tiredness that comes from what you avoid. The heartbreak you never healed from. The childhood wounds you never talked about. The grief you pretended didn't hurt. The anger you swallowed. The pain you laughed off. The trauma you never named. Your body stores emotional pain as physical fatigue. Your mind says, "I'm fine." Your body says, "No, you're not." Lack of purpose. Nothing drains energy. Like feeling directionless. When life feels meaningless, motivation disappears. Excitement disappears. Energy disappears. Humans are wired to move toward purpose. Not having one creates emotional exhaustion. It's not depression. It's disconnection. Loneliness and disconnection. Loneliness drains energy just as much as physical work. We were never meant to live alone. We need people to feel safe, grounded, and emotionally stable. But loneliness creates low energy, overthinking, sadness, anxiety, poor sleep, burnout, emotional withdrawal. This is why even introverts feel tired when isolated too long. The heart gets exhausted before the body does. You're too hard on yourself. Perfectionism is exhausting. You keep checking, analyzing, redoing, worrying, replaying, self-criticizing, blaming yourself, feeling not enough. This creates mental self-pressure, one of the heaviest forms of stress. You're tired because you're fighting yourself every day. If you're always tired, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been living in survival mode for too long. You're tired because your mind works hard. Your heart feels deeply. Your life hasn't been easy, and you keep going anyway. So tonight, give yourself permission to rest without guilt, without shame, without feeling like you should be doing more. Healing starts when you finally stop blaming yourself for being exhausted in a world that never lets you rest. You're not alone, and you deserve peace. If this video helped you understand yourself, subscribe for more. We're in this together, one video at a time.